If you want to make your slide deck more appealing, if you are looking for a tool that will enrich your blog posts with interesting and appealing visuals, or if you just like to play around with some cool stuff, then keep on watching, because in today's video I'm going to show you how to create an infographic, how to create playful, interesting, visually appealing elements to your presentation in seconds. So the tool that I'm going to show you today is called Napkin AI, and you are going to find it under the URL napkin.ai. And I'm going to also use ChatGPT for some prompting in here to provide you with some more robust information on how to do stuff within the tool. Napkin AI is a very straightforward tool to use, but in order to actually make it useful, you need to have some basic prompting for it to provide you with a good base for generating an image. In here, as you can see, I have wrote a pretty straightforward and simple prompt. Write me a short description of a workflow for creating a new video and marketing department, short, concise, with a couple of step-by-step instructions. And as you can see here, it wrote me a very simple kind of a thing like concept and script, planning and scheduling, production, editing and review, approval and distribution. That sounds like a reasonable description of the workflow. Of course, I could edit this if I want, that's no biggie, but I just want to show you how it works and you can apply this to your business context, to your situation, to your industry, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to Napkin right now and I'm going to click here on the new napkin, and in here I'm going to paste the content that I've received from ChatGPT. And what I do in order to create a new element is I just highlight the actual text that I need to be turned into the infographic. So I'm going to click generate visuals. And as you can see, it analyzes the text right now and it provides me with some ideas about how this can be visually presented in a nice way. And as you can see here, there are different approaches to it. So here we have something that looks like a funnel, and here we have something that looks more of like a process from the actual start to the bottom of it. So from the more generic things in here, concept and script, until the final thing that is the center of the whole thing. But I am not a fan of any of these. Oh, okay, this one is pretty good because it shows a road or a roadmap. I like this one actually. In here, yeah, this one is pretty neat. This one is pretty good because it shows a step-by-step, a process. Oh, here we have steps. And I really like this one. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on this one and it shows me the various styles of it. And as you can see, these differ a bit. So these are more kind of a scratchy, look like handwriting. And this one is more of a graphically detailed, I would say. And in here, okay, this one is pretty raw. And as you can see, these are pretty much ready-made kind of a things that you can put on your slide deck or even to enrich your internal description of processes. What you can do also with it is that after you will choose your final design, you can play around with it. So you can change the text, you can change the colors, play around with this in order to make it more visually appealing, or just in order to make it more yours when it comes to your business brand identity. As you can see here, you can change your pictograms. So you can choose between the ones that are actually fitting the thing and the description. In this case, it's editing and review. And as you can see, all of these pictograms are related to editing. And if you just don't like one of these, you can change them pretty easily. Here you have the production. There is like a video production in here, and there are different kind of a pictograms that you can choose from in order to have your infographic ready. Once you are ready with it, you can just export this one, choose the format. So you can choose PNG, PowerPoint, PDF, and so on and so forth. You can choose to have the background in there or no background, depending on where do you want to put it. And here I would like to recommend to you that if you are happening to add this on your presentation deck, choose the no background option, because otherwise you are going to have just a picture with the actual background, which will be probably black. So in a wide presentation, it will just look weird. But if you will choose no background, it will just look like you have designed this in PowerPoint, which is pretty cool and pretty neat. And after downloading it, you are going to be able to use it in a pretty good resolution. As you can see, this one is pretty big and it looks pretty good and pretty neat.
If you would like to get more valuable information about B2B sales and marketing, join our email broadcast, where we share resources with valuable information, marketing tools and case studies of successful campaigns, proven scenarios for B2B sales, useful tools, and a ton more to help you improve your sales and marketing game and generate more leads.
Of course, you can use Napkin also with some prompts that are out of the box, so you don't have to use something from ChatGPT. If you will choose the blank napkin in here, I'm going to go to new napkin, blank napkin right now. Okay, provide me with an infographic about, I don't know, let's try various breeds of dogs. I'm going to highlight this one, click generate, and we're going to see if this will actually provide me with something worth looking at. Okay, cool. Sporting breeds, working breeds, terrier breeds, hounds breeds, non-sporting breeds. As you can see, all of these are actually pretty relevant. I'm actually surprised that after one sentence it is able to produce something that good, because it looks pretty neat. And if I would be like a dog training kind of a person, then I would strongly consider to use this kind of a thing in my social media efforts or anything like that. So as you can see here, you have different kind of styles. You can create your own style. Not all of these styles are actually fit when it comes to certain situations. So sometimes you will get a funnel with something that is totally not related to marketing or sales. But I think that once you play around with the tools a little bit, you can see how it works. And this can simplify your life. I have used it a couple of times right now with various presentations that I have prepared. And I think in each and every single case, it helped me to make presentation more visually appealing. And it saved me hours of time. So usually I was just creating a presentation and adding pictograms single-handedly one by one, and then creating arrows and trying to make it look like something visually appealing. And in this case, you can make your presentation pretty good looking without actually spending a lot of time on it. So I think it's really helpful. Let me know what do you think about Napkin AI, if you are maybe using any other tools in creating your own marketing materials or helping you speed things up in your day-to-day workflow. If it was useful to you, make sure to subscribe. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.